Hey, what's going on, guys? Tigerr here. So today we're back on Destiny 2. And yes, before you say anything, it has been a minute since I've played this game. And with that being said, this build is kind of why I started playing so much again. Now, first glance, doesn't seem too crazy. Honestly, it isn't. But this is one of the most fun builds that I've played with in a very, very long time. As you can see, just looking at it, Solar Hunter using Wormhusk. Now, the main key points with this build is that you're really going to want to dodge all the time. So to start off, we'll go with the subclass options, and nothing crazy. You just want to do Gambler's Dodge, Strafe Jump. I use the weighted throwing knife, just when you get precision final blows, it gives you your class ability back, which works really, really well with this build. And then I use Healing Grenade, but any grenade works. Although you'll see why later of why I use the Healing Grenade. Then for the aspects, you're going to want to use Knock 'em Down. This one I just really like using because whenever you get a throwing knife kill, it makes you radiant and it gives you your throwing knife back, so you can kind of just chain that. And it makes it honestly just really fun to use, so. Plus, Gunpowder Gamble isn't really all that useful in PvP, so. And then for your second one, you use On Your Mark, and this is the key portion of the build. On Your Mark is so incredibly fun to use in PvP, because whenever you get a precision final kill, or you dodge, it grants you increased weapon handling and reload speed, but makes it really, really fun to use things like 120 hand cannons, or the slower shooting assault rifles, or pulse rifles, things like that, because it gives you that boost to handling and your reload speed that, honestly, with things like Vex, or like Igneous hammer for a 120, it just makes your reloads instant, so you constantly are able to fight. And that I think is one of the most fun things. And for your fragments, I use Ember of Beams just because it buffs Blade Barrage like a lot, and I just like using that. Then we're using Ember of Searing. This way, if you defeat anybody that is scorched, you get a Fire Sprite, you get 10 recovery. Gives you melee energy back. Honestly, this one's a little bit interchangeable. I like using it for the plus 10 recovery though, because recovery is super important for this build. Then we're using Ember of Combustion. This one is just so that, especially for 6v6, whenever you get kills with your super, it just causes a chain of ignitions and you get a lot more kills than if you weren't using this. Not only that, but it also creates a Fire Sprite and it gives you plus 10 strength. So honestly, this is just really fun. Then we're using Ember of Torches. This one, as I said before, you want to use so that whenever you hit somebody with your throwing knife, it makes you radiant. Next, we're using Ember of Mercy, and this one is really good for your 3v3 game modes. This way, whenever you get an ally near you dies, you res them, you get instant restoration, which basically, you'll see it in the gameplay, basically gets you full health every time you res somebody. Not only that, but it also allows when you pick up a Fire Sprite that you get restoration, and it gives you plus 10 resilience. So honestly, this is just one of the more strong fragments. But if you're playing mostly 6v6, this one's kind of interchangeable. Now with the fragments out of the way, really the key thing that you're going to want to do with this build is, honestly, just start dueling people. Every time you're in a fight, any single time that you get low, you have Wormhusk Dodge, you have Healing Grenade. If you really wanted to take it a step further, you could use Red Death, which honestly is really good with this build too. That way, every time you get a kill, it cures you on top of that. The whole point of this build is just to keep fighting. And honestly, this is one of the builds where I think it works good with just about any weapon combo that you could possibly use. My personal favorites are things like Igneous Hammer, just because once again, as you can see, the handling and the reload speed stats pretty low with it being a 120. So having On Your Mark to buff that it just makes it incredible. And then also guns like I said before, Red Death or Vex. Vex is incredibly strong with this build, but as I said, guns are completely up to you. It just kind of depends on what you want to do, what maps you're on, things like that. Then for the mods, feel free to copy these down. Really, it's just kind of about trying to get Orbs of Power. I use things like Absolution for ability cooldowns, Recuperation gives you health, Better Already immediately starts to regen health, and then obviously since we're dodging so much, Reaper really comes in clutch. And then before we jump into the games, everybody always asks what armor I'm wearing, what shader, stuff like that, so here's that in case you're interested. But now without further ado, we'll jump right into the games, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, now this map should be fun for this build. Snipers go really, really well with the whole On Your Mark. Easy throwing knife. Okay, and my teammate's just gonna cook up. I'm down for it. Oh, I want out of there. I thought for sure they were gonna fight me there. Oh, he had sword ammo. There's a snipe though. Free On Your Mark stack. What was that? I thought I was dead, so I kind of gave up on it. I was also incredibly ambitious of a throwing knife.
This is amazing. Double down.
Okay, see, this is where the build really cooks, is when you start chaining kills and keep stacking on your mark. And then when you get close to losing the stack, if there's nobody around, like you're not engaging in a gunfight, I always just dodge so you can see the stacks kind of refresh. Oh, I'm so washed.
Together as one.
God, I love Precision Instrument.
I love it.
Oh, this is so bad. Honestly, I just want to keep trying to refresh the on your mark stacks.
Relax, Guardian. You're scaring them. They'll never want to match with you.
Okay, now I'm kind of cooking. This is when I start like really enjoying this build. Is when you start chaining kills together, it feels like you're just unstoppable.
5 minutes left.
Which I feel like as soon as I said that, I'm gonna die, but that's alright. I just super died, I didn't want to die. That's rough. That's my problem though. I start playing, I start doing really well, I get cocky, I start doing things that I shouldn't. Oh! Oh, I thought I could hit that. I had to bait a teammate a little bit there, but that's okay. Oh, I whiffed so hard on everything.
Victory imminent.
That's okay though. Teammate got the res. We take those. Honestly, I just kind of want to go back up top. Never mind. No, I don't.
What can stop you?
We will take that shot though.
Together.
I'm trying to get these reses off. Oh, I didn't reload. Damn. That's okay. It's game anyways.
Is all I ask.
That I feel like is the perfect showcase of the build, being able to do kind of whatever you want to do with it. Like a lot of the other games I played use like AR or shotgun. You can do hand cannon fusion rifle, you can do hand cannon sniper, you can do, it kind of just works well with everything that you can do. Yeah, like 26 defeated, a 19 streak. And yes, this is really low ranked competitive because I haven't played competitive in a very long time. But I feel like that doesn't matter too much. Okay, honestly, Wormhaven, not my favorite map ever. Make do though. I wish that would have hit.
You captured zone.
I'm just gonna let the 140 cook. Or the 120, I mean. If I would have lost that, I would have lost my mind. Also, that aspect, clutch. You revive your teammate, full health again. Honestly, we're just gonna dodge before fighting. Specifically for that reason. And if I don't whiff there, I feel like on your mark would have saved me.
Double down.
Okay, Radiant Pro. Yeah, that guy's the lagging one. This gun with Sword Logic and Radiant just cooks. It's so laggy. Oh my god. Am I the one that's lagging? It can't be me.
That's why we have fight.
Maybe it's just a lobby. It's so weird. I don't normally lag like this. Yeah, I really don't want them getting heavy ammo, but I also really don't want to get sniped here.
Oh no.
Okay, got him.
You captured zone C.
Okay, teammate cooked up. We should win off that, no? Okay, I just got dumpstered. Yeah, not the greatest, but definitely not a bad game by any means. Did kind of stomp as a team, but... Oh no, I whiffed.
Zone B lost.
That could have been tragic. That also could have been tragic. Oh my god, I am washed.
Now you're fighting with heart, Guardian. What can stop you?
Okay, sometimes I hit shots
Together.
where I'm like, okay, we might be back. And then I have clips like those before that shot where it's like, damn, I am super washed. Like that.
You gained the lead. 2 for 1.
Hey, sometimes I got it. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It doesn't make sense to me either. Oh. It feels like once you get one kill, get on your mark stacks going, everything gets so much better. The fact that I almost died there is just insane. Okay, we got on your mark.
Zone A lost.
And they put up a shield. What do you think you're doing? Honestly, on your mark with snipers,
Zone B captured.
I feel like it's equally as good as it is on things like 120s, where you have the slower handling, slower reload speed. I don't know, there's something about it. Like, you get a kill here, you get a free stack. And this map is kind of bad showing it off because they spawn so ungodly far away, but
A strong start. Fight on.
honestly, I'm just gonna run at their spawn, see what happens. Take one, dodge, get full on your mark. Reach out because I'm cocky. We still get him. And then we should win off of that.
Victory is all I...
Got 39 kills. Not bad. Or 21 kills, I guess. 39 score. Not the best game I've ever had, but also pretty fun. What was he doing? What the? I feel there's so many different buffs you could play in this build. It makes it so much fun.
It's yours. Double down.
And you can do things like that, like... If that's not fun, don't know what is. Now that is less than ideal, though. God, I love that super.
5 minutes.
Honestly, if nothing else, this build is just straight up fun. Oh, plus I get the fire sprite for
Now
getting
you're
the super
fighting
kill.
with heart, Guardian. Double down.
Okay, that was nasty. How am I alive?
Zone C lost. Enemy has zone advantage. Zone A captured. You have advantage.
Not gonna lie, I slid in there thinking I had special ammo. I definitely do not.
What can stop you if you fight together?